Hello to our perfect English family. Whether you're a regular viewer or joining us for the first time, today's book will fundamentally change how you think about wealth. We're exploring The Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco. This isn't another save pennies and retire at 65 guide. This is about rewriting the rules of money to achieve freedom while you're young enough to enjoy it. Sounds exciting? Let's dive in. Part 1. Introduction. First, who is MJ DeMarco? Imagine a regular guy with no inheritance, no lottery luck, just relentless determination. He launched a limo rental business from his computer, scaled it strategically, and sold it for millions by age 33, achieving early retirement. But here's what matters. He didn't do this through frugality or endless work hours. He discovered a replicable system for wealth, which he shares in this book. Why does this matter to you? Have you ever wondered why some build wealth rapidly while others grind for decades? How to earn money without sacrificing your entire life to a job? Whether true financial freedom is even possible. This book holds your answers. DeMarco provides a proven roadmap, not theory, not luck, but a concrete system. Crucially, this isn't about get-rich-quick scams. It's about creating income streams that work while you sleep. In this video, we'll uncover 1. DeMarco's 3 financial paths, and why most people choose the wrong one. 2. The 5 non-negotiable commandments of fast wealth. 3. The single mistake that keeps 97% of people from financial freedom. If you're ready to challenge everything you've been taught about money, let's begin. Part 2. The 3 financial roadmaps. Let's explore the core concept of MJ DeMarco's book. The 3 financial paths in life. Imagine these as real roads you could travel. The truth is most people never consciously choose their path. They simply drift onto one without realizing it. This explains why so many struggle financially. Today, we'll help you identify which path you're currently on and, more importantly, which path you truly want to follow. 1. The sidewalk, the path to poverty. Picture someone walking aimlessly along a roadside with no destination. This represents the sidewalk mentality. These individuals live paycheck to paycheck, constantly chasing money but never making progress. They may earn decent incomes, yet the money vanishes as quickly as it arrives. You might be on the sidewalk if you spend money immediately after receiving it or even before. You depend on luck for wealth through lottery tickets or get-rich-quick schemes. You have minimal savings, leaving you vulnerable to any emergency. Your financial strategy amounts to hoping for good fortune. Sidewalkers sacrifice their future for present pleasures. They buy new phones on credit and take vacations they can't afford, telling themselves they'll handle it later. But later often never arrives. Before they realize it, they reach age 50 with little to show for years of work. The encouraging news is that simply recognizing you're on the sidewalk puts you ahead of most people. Awareness is always the first step towards meaningful change. 2. The slow lane, the middle-class trap. Next is the slow lane, where most responsible people find themselves. Imagine a car moving steadily at the exact speed limit. Safe, predictable, and frustratingly slow. The slow lane formula follows these steps. Complete education and earn good grades. Secure a stable, conventional job. Work continuously for 40+ years. Save a portion of each paycheck. Hope your retirement account grows sufficiently by age 65. This approach appears sensible because it's what we've been taught. However, DeMarco reveals the slow lane as essentially a gamble. You're betting that you'll remain employed for 4 decades. The financial markets won't collapse near your retirement. Your health will allow you to enjoy retirement. Inflation won't erode your savings. The fundamental issue is trading your most precious resource, time, for money. Consider this: if you're 25 today planning to retire at 65, you're committing your prime 40 years to work for potential freedom at an age when you may lack the health to enjoy it fully. 3. The fast lane, the millionaire's highway. This is where the journey becomes truly exciting. The fast lane resembles a private jet compared to the sidewalk's broken bicycle and the slow lane's minivan. This is the path MJ DeMarco took to achieve millionaire status in his 30s. The fast lane operates on entirely different principles. Rather than exchanging time for money, you create systems generating income while you sleep. Instead of saving small amounts, you focus on delivering massive value. Rather than hoping for favorable market conditions, you take control of your financial destiny. Here's how this works practically. First, you identify a genuine market need. For example, Uber recognized the demand for better transportation solutions. Then, you develop a business or system to address that need. Next, you expand it to serve thousands or millions of people. Finally, the money flows automatically because you've provided real value. What makes the fast lane truly powerful is how wealth compounds. Unlike traditional jobs where income stops when work stops, a well-built fast lane business continues growing without constant effort. This explains how individuals like DeMarco achieve early retirement. Their money systems keep working independently. Before we move on, take a moment to reflect. Are you on the sidewalk, slow lane, or fast lane? Share in the comments. No judgment here. This is all about awareness. Understanding your current position is the essential first step toward transforming your financial future. Part 3. Fast Lane Principles, 5 Commandments. Now that we understand the 3 financial roads, let's explore the powerful framework MJ DeMarco provides for building true wealth. These 5 commandments aren't just suggestions. They're the essential pillars of every successful fast lane business. Commandment 1. The need principle. Your business must solve a genuine need in the marketplace. Without solving a real need, no business can survive long-term. DeMarco identifies 3 types of needs that create opportunities. First, pain points, those things people actively dislike and complain about. The taxi industry before Uber is a perfect example, with its dirty cars and unreliable service. Second, unmet desires, things people wish existed. Instagram tapped into our fundamental need to share moments and connect visually. Third, everyday problems such as persistent annoyances like slow internet were widespread before broadband revolutionized how we connect. The key is to become an expert at identifying needs before others do. Facebook addressed social isolation. Airbnb solved the problem of expensive, impersonal hotels. Your fast lane journey begins when you spot an unmet need and create the solution. Commandment 2. The entry principle. Avoid markets that are easy to enter. When starting a business requires little skill or investment, you'll face overwhelming competition. Consider 2 approaches to selling phone cases. A basic dropshipping store has almost no barriers. Anyone can start one in an afternoon, leading to intense price competition. But developing a patented phone case with built-in fast charging requires technical expertise and investment, creating natural protection against competitors. DeMarco teaches the harder something is to start, the fewer competitors you'll have. Look for industries where you need special knowledge, unique technology, real capital investment, regulatory approvals. These barriers protect you from a million copycats. The goal isn't to avoid hard work. It's to choose work that stays valuable because not everyone can do it. Commandment 3. The control principle. You must maintain control over every critical aspect of your business. Relying on third-party platforms puts your success in someone else's hands. This is where many almost fastlaners fail. Imagine building a YouTube channel as your business. Sounds good, right? But here's the problem. You don't control YouTube's algorithm. One change, and your income could vanish overnight. Same with building on Amazon, Uber, or any platform. DeMarco calls these rented land, dangerous because someone else can kick you off anytime. True fast lane businesses control their customer relationships through own channels like email lists. Their product creation without reliance on unpredictable suppliers. Their sales channels through independent websites. While you can use platforms for exposure, never let them become your foundation. The richest people control their destiny. Think Apple's ecosystem versus Android app developers. One has control. The other is at the mercy of Google. Which would you rather be? Commandment 4. The scale principle. Your business must have the potential to serve millions, not just dozens. This is how you escape trading time for money. Compare 2 businesses. 1. A local bakery selling to 100 customers a day. 2. A bakery recipe book sold online. The bakery hits physical limits, while the digital courses can reach unlimited customers worldwide. Both might start small, but one has a ceiling, the other could scale globally. Fast lane businesses have what DeMarco calls magnification potential, the ability to grow without proportional effort. This kind of scale is typically achieved through digital products like software or ebooks, subscription models that generate recurring revenue, network effects where each new user increases value. Ask this critical question. Could this business serve 10,000 customers as easily as 10? If scaling requires proportional increases in your time or resources, it's not a true fast lane business. Commandment 5. The time principle. Your business must eventually operate without your daily involvement. Otherwise, you've simply created a job for yourself. DeMarco's test is simple. Could your business run smoothly if you took a 3-month vacation? If not, you're still trading time for money. The solution is to build systems that can operate without you. Start by automating whatever you can using today's tools and technology. Then delegate repetitive tasks to team members or virtual assistants. Finally, document every process clearly so anyone can follow them. This 3-part approach, automation, delegation, and documentation, is how you create a business that runs itself. Successful examples include software that generates passive income, rental properties managed by professionals, books or songs earning royalties indefinitely. The ultimate goal is to make yourself unnecessary to daily operations. True wealth is measured in freedom, the ability to choose how you spend your time. Part 4. The Limos.com Success Story. What makes MJ DeMarco's advice so powerful is that he didn't just theorize about wealth. He created it. In his 20s, with no special advantages, he built and sold a multimillion-dollar business using the exact principles we've been discussing. Let's examine how he transformed a terrible limo experience into a fast-lane success. The problem that started it all. In the late 1990s, DeMarco booked a limo for a special occasion only to encounter dirty interiors and rude service. While most would simply complain, he recognized a systemic industry failure. Traditional limo services operated with no online booking systems, no price transparency, consistently poor customer service. This wasn't just one bad company. It was an entire industry ripe for disruption, perfectly aligning with the first Fastlane commandment, solving a real need. The innovative solution. Rather than starting another conventional limo service, DeMarco created Limos.com, later Limostar, revolutionizing the industry with 3 key innovations. First, he developed one of the first online reservation systems in 1999, years before this became standard. Customers could compare prices, view vehicles, and book instantly, similar to how Expedia transformed travel bookings. Second, he designed a scalable model by partnering with existing limo companies rather than owning fleets. This allowed nationwide expansion without massive capital investment, while his platform earned commissions on every booking. Third, he maintained full control by owning customer relationships and building a strong brand in an industry dominated by generic ABC limo companies. The strategic exit. DeMarco didn't just build the business, he engineered its perfect exit. After years of reinvesting profits to grow, he sold during the early 2000s web boom for millions. His success demonstrated all 5 commandments in action. First, he solved a clear need by addressing the widespread problem of poor limo service experiences. Second, he created high barriers to entry by developing technical expertise during 1999 when few could build such platforms. Third, He maintained complete control by owning the booking platform rather than depending on others. Fourth, he ensured scalability by designing a system that could expand nationwide without proportional costs. Fifth, he built operational systems that functioned without requiring his daily involvement. Timeless lessons for today. While technology has evolved, the principles remain unchanged. Modern equivalents might include creating software to modernize outdated industries like dry cleaning or home services, developing platforms that connect professionals directly with clients, automating bureaucratic processes like permit applications or insurance claims. DeMarco proved you don't need special credentials or family money, just the ability to identify problems and implement better solutions. His story challenges us to look at everyday frustrations through an entrepreneurial lens. What inefficient systems do you encounter that could be the seed of your Fastlane business? What is the most inspiring part? DeMarco's first ventures failed. His success came from applying these principles persistently, not from luck or innate talent. That's the real power of the Fastlane framework. It's a replicable path, not a lottery ticket. Part 5. Who should read this and key warnings. MJ DeMarco is refreshingly honest about who this path suits and who might struggle. Here are the key warnings straight from the book. Essential warnings. DeMarco makes 3 non-negotiable points up front. The Fastlane absolutely isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. He spends multiple chapters dismantling lottery mentalities and too-good-to-be-true opportunities. This path demands real work, though of a fundamentally different kind than traditional employment. Successful Fastlaners must develop the ability to think in systems rather than chasing overnight success. They need courage to take calculated risks, the kind involved in building businesses, not gambling. Perhaps most challenging, they must resist societal pressure to follow conventional wisdom about money and careers. The book identifies 3 common failure patterns. 1. They build stuff nobody actually wants. 2. They quit too soon, right before they might have succeeded. 3. They confuse being busy with making real progress. The ideal reader. So who is this book really for? DeMarco specifically targets. First, existing entrepreneurs trapped exchanging hours for dollars, like freelancers or small business owners working exhausting schedules. Second, corporate employees who feel stifled but are willing to build something during evenings and weekends. Third, independent thinkers who instinctively question traditional, save and wait financial advice. He's equally clear about who might reject his message. If you're happy with an average life or always chasing quick fixes, this book will rub you the wrong way. That's by design. Core requirements. DeMarco emphasizes 3 indispensable mindset shifts you must embrace. Taking full responsibility without blaming external factors. Practicing delayed gratification by investing in future freedom. Taking massive action because ideas alone are worthless. This is the powerful simplicity of DeMarco's message. You're not a passenger in your life's journey. You hold the steering wheel. If this perspective excites rather than frightens you, then this book will serve as your most valuable roadmap to freedom. Part 6. Conclusion and Call to Action. We've covered a lot of ground together in this series, from MJ DeMarco's explosive Fastlane principles to the real-world story of how he built and sold his business. But before we say goodbye, let's bring this all home with 3 key takeaways you can use immediately, no matter where you are in your financial journey. 1. Wealth is about systems, not just effort. The biggest mind shift? Realizing that wealthy people don't just work harder, they work differently. They build systems that generate value and income, whether they're working or not. That's the core difference between the slow lane's trade time for money model and the fast lane's build once, earn forever approach. Your first action step? Ask yourself, what's one thing I do repeatedly that could be turned into a system? Maybe it's a service you could productize, knowledge you could package, or a process you could automate. Start small, but start today. 2. Every industry has its limo moment. Remember how DeMarco spotted an outdated limo industry ripe for disruption? Those opportunities exist everywhere, especially in boring or traditional fields. Right now, someone is revolutionizing laundromats, trash collection, even funeral homes. 3. Freedom is the ultimate currency. The most powerful lesson isn't about money, it's about time. Fastlane wealth means waking up when you want, working on what matters to you, and living life on your terms. That's the real endgame. So here's my question for you. What would you do if you had complete financial freedom tomorrow? Travel? Start a passion project? Spend more time with your family? Hold that vision in your mind. It's your compass for every fast lane decision. Your Fast Lane Starter Kit. If you're ready to turn these ideas into action, here's how to start your fast lane journey. First, get your hands on the Millionaire Fastlane book. Everything we've covered today is just the beginning. The book dives much deeper into each principle with actionable strategies. Next, I'd love to hear what resonated most with you. What insight or message stood out the most? Feel free to share your thoughts. Your reflections might inspire someone else in our community. Most importantly, take that first small step this month. Pick one fast lane principle to test, maybe identifying a need in your community or brainstorming scalable business ideas. Remember, every successful entrepreneur started exactly where you are right now. This is Perfect English signing off. If you found this helpful, tap follow for more life-changing ideas. Until next time, start building, stay focused, and remember, your wealth journey begins with a single decision.